My name is Reda Pamuk, and I'm an architecture student at AGE. My purpose today is explaining some parts of studying abroad. This presentation should last about in 5 minutes. So, if you have any questions, you can ask them after my presentation is done. This presentation includes 3 main points. Let's look at them together. The first point is deciding to studying abroad. And the second point is advantages of studying abroad. And the last point is disadvantages of studying abroad. Now I will begin with the first one, deciding to study abroad. I don't know if you agree with this, but we can hear that most of the students say they want to study abroad in their education life. Maybe because they think they can find more quality for their education life. And the most preferred place to study abroad could be US for students. So let me show you graphics about foreign students in US. When you look at the graphics, you can see the numbers of foreign students in US is increasing over years, from 600,000 to 1 million. So this is the graphics. But before you decide to study abroad, you should think about its advantages and disadvantages well. We will look at them together. Now, advantages of studying abroad. Actually, studying abroad could improve many of your skills. But the first example could be learning a new language. Most of the universities have English lessons. But in the daily life, you can learn that country's own languages. And the other advantages of studying abroad is self-confidence. That means you will live alone in a new country and you will do your own jobs. So that gives you self-confidence in life. And the other advantage is learning a new culture. That means new foods and new religions. And depending on that, your point of view could be changed because you will see new cultures and that will be different from that you have seen before. And we have talked about advantages. But what about disadvantages of studying abroad? Let's look at them. The first disadvantages of studying abroad is safety problems. Probably you will live alone in another country. And that means you can feel unsafe in that place. And the other disadvantage is adaptation. I said new culture is nice in advantages, but it's not that easy to get used to that culture in a new place. And the last disadvantage is economic problems. That means you will live alone and you will make shopping on your own. And that means you will have more needs. And so you will need more money. And in conclusion, we talked about some pros and cons of studying abroad. As I said before, you should think very well before you decide to study abroad. And lastly, it's up to you to decide studying abroad. This brings me to the end of my presentation. Is there any questions? And thank you for your listening.